Don't see yourself for where you are. See yourself for where you're going. It does matter how you start. Before you start worrying about brand deals, stand on business. Stand on business, okay? So hey guys, welcome back to Carmi B TV, my side of the tube of you, where I share a little of my life a lot of the time. Amen. So today, you already know, on Wednesdays I usually drop sit down videos. So today we're going to talk about all things nano influencing. All things nano influencing. So you may be on here and you're like, what's a nano influencer? I've never heard of that before. A nano influencer is anyone with less than 10,000 followers on a platform, right? So I'm considered a nano influencer. The reason why I want to bring this topic to my channel is because it just seems like one of those. Can y'all hear my dog? He ain't seen me all day, so he's probably gonna be in and out of the video. But anyway, it seems to be one of those topics that no matter how many workshops I give, no matter how many tips I may provide on my stories, someone is going to want to know about nano influencing, and is it possible for them to get paid brand deals at their level? What I want to come to you guys with first is just to give you a little bit of my story and my kind of how I've seen some success, I suppose, in nano influencing, and then what you really should be focusing on. So I'm Carmi B. Smith. If you don't know, I moved to Dallas, Texas from Little Rock, Arkansas in December of 2020. So basically almost going into 2021. And so I've been here this past December marked 3 years. So when I came here, I had my business, which was KBS Multimedia, where I created brand strategies, web design. I was taking photos back home in Arkansas, and that's what I was doing. And so one day, my best friend, Lavelle, if you watching this, y'all probably know Lavelle. And if you don't know Lavelle, he's my best friend brother. He was like, how many photos are you going to do with a laptop in your hand? Like, is Apple trying to sponsor you? Create a separate page, because at this time, I only had KBS Multimedia where I would post my web design and stuff. So he was like, create a separate page, and the outfits that I put you in, start posting those and just tagging brands. So y'all have to know, I'm from a small, Little Rock, there was no one doing influencing. And if there was, there may have just been one or two. And I definitely didn't know him. It wasn't as widespread as a place like Dallas, right? So when he said that, I was like, okay, maybe that's not a bad idea. So what I did was, I did exactly what he said. I started to post my outfits and all of that. Now around this time, I probably only had 800 or 900 followers. But I was taking high quality photos with my then photographer every month, actually, because I was in a contract. So I was taking photos every month for my brand and my business. So I was like, well, I'm just going to use these photos over here. For me as a nano influencer, what I say, the first takeaway is don't see yourself for where you are. See yourself for where you're going. When I had 900 followers, 800 followers, I felt like my content, my quality, my storytelling, all of these things were basically like my competitors. I didn't think it was any difference. Now, of course, there's nuances with that. Your competitors they have, maybe more at stake. Maybe their brand deals are higher. But I knew that I could get in this space and build community and make money, even at 900 followers. So if you're watching this and you're on Instagram, you're on any of these social platforms, start how you want to finish. It does matter how you start. I know a lot of people be like, it don't matter. I mean, of course you're going to continue to grow and you're going to continue to elevate. But when I look back over my first year of influencing pictures, I'm still satisfied. I'm still satisfied with those pictures. I'm sorry, I bit my lip. So I would definitely say, go start with the end in mind. Start with the end in mind with nano influencing, because for a lot of us, we're not going to be nano for long. If we stay consistent, it's a numbers game. You're going to continue to reach more people, build more community, get more brand deals. So you want to make sure that you're starting to build your case early. What I see a lot of people do is well, ain't nobody gonna watch it, or ain't nobody looking at me, so they don't do anything. You have to do something. You have to build your case. I cannot tell you how many times I sent over proof of concepts from products that I purchased myself or that I'd already used in my house. Let's take Dove soap for an example. I would have my photographer shoot with me. I would position the content, and I would shoot as if I'd already had a campaign with Dove. What did I do that for? I was doing that in faith that one day, A, I either would, or B, maybe their competitor or another brand would come to me and I could just let them know hey, this is the proof of concept of the content that I create. I can create. So that's an example of starting with the end in mind. Don't wait. Don't talk about the money. I know a lot of people are like, well, we're nano. We don't have as much money. I understand that. But you do have products that you use in your house. So don't go out and try to buy all these new products, keeping up with the Joneses, for lack of better words. Look at what you already have. If you use Dove soap, if you use Vaseline, get that. If you have a camera, great. If you have a photographer and can afford one, great. If not, use your phone. Guess what? That's what I'm recording this video on. And it may not be, maybe some gurus on here like I can see a little grain, but it's getting done. You get what I'm saying? So get it done, streamline later, okay? I would also say build community. Before you start worrying about brand deals, build your community. Get people on your side, not even on your side. Get people to buy into who you are. A lot of times people are like, I don't know who my community is. You have to first figure out who you are. Who are you? What do you want to represent? What do you want your career in influencing and content creation to represent? And stand on it. Stand on business. Stand on business, okay? So stand on business with what you want your platform to stand for, and your people will come. You guys have to literally, when you're starting with the end in mind, you have to not be so overly consumed about the lack thereof. Because a lot of times it's like, well, I put a question box up or I put a poll up and only one person said something. Well, baby, you just started. You just started. It's okay. Keep doing it and keep being consistent, and your tribe of people will come to you. They will find you. But you have to already start creating as you're an influencer. Start getting on your stories. Start talking to your community. Start building a community before you even worry about brand deals. Because what happens is, if you do get a brand deal, you don't want it to be crickets under your post. Like, you don't want to work with a brand that you've been wanting to work with forever and don't nobody know what's going on. You ain't even told them you want to work with brands. They don't even know you was doing influencing as a career. They don't even know how to show up for you because you've never told them how to. You want to make sure that you're building community along the way. This is my entire career has been that. I'm letting y'all know, okay, child, I didn't quit my job. Okay, I went back to work. Okay, I quit again. Okay, I'm back at it again. Okay, it's a shoot day. Okay, things was tight this time. Oh, I can't wait till the day where I can afford this. Oh, I'm bringing my community. I'm bringing my followers in on the journey so they can feel like they're a part of it. So then when I do post a brand deal, everybody's like, oh my gosh, we're so happy. Why? We're not just happy because we're happy because we've been following the journey. You have to give people a journey to follow. And I think that's the major thing when it comes to nano influencing. My biggest tips for any nano creator, any smaller creator, is do not treat yourself like a smaller creator. Create, do your best, put out your best work. I mean, that's all we really have is our collateral. We don't have the followers to kind of, negotiate with. So put out your best work and build your community. There is so much that can happen for you as a nano creator. I'm a witness. If you follow me for any amount of time, you guys know that I landed 5-figure, 4-figure deals with less than 2,000 followers when I was landing these partnerships, y'all. Building community, going on a brand trip with the brand that I literally worked with when they didn't even have a budget for me as a creator, but I believed in the brand. So for me, I feel like you have to have that level of thinking where you're just like, I'm gonna go all the way with this. Influencing content creation is not something that you need to tiptoe in and out of. Make up your mind, and that's what I did. I'm a result of just saying one day, I'm just gonna make up my mind, I'm just gonna do this. Now, listen to what I'm saying. There may be seasons where you're like, okay, I need to take a break. Do as you wish. But I'm saying don't get in this field thinking you're going to reap results from the work that you're not putting in. You're going to reap results when you put the work in. So you can't post once a month, twice a month. I ain't never got a brand deal before. Baby, you got to keep posting. You got to keep posting. And so for me as a nano creator, you guys may or may not know, I do also coach other nano creators, and I get on brand strategy calls and one-on-ones because I'm so passionate about the space, not only because I've seen results and success, but because I know what's possible for you guys. Like, I know you can get the same thing. I'm not a respected person, y'all. I'm somebody from Little Rock, Arkansas, okay? And I came down here not knowing about the industry. I was not well researched. I didn't know anything. I didn't see anybody like me. And then when I got into the field, all I would see were people with hundreds of thousands of followers saying that I can get money. I'm like, well, I believe I can get money. I believe that I can make impact. And it's not always about the money. But I believe that I can make impact and I believe that I can make money. But why aren't there any nano creators talking about it? So when I started to see success for about a year and a half, I started to give myself up as tribute. I said, listen, I'm going to tell people you can do this. If this is something you want to do, put yourself out there, be consistent, believe in yourself, position yourself, position your content. Look at your brand, look at the competitors and see what they got going on and how you can align your content with the brands that you want to work with. And really just stay down, y'all. Like, stay down. Content is something that I've always created content, even before I was doing it as a career. I just love capturing moments. I'm always gonna be recording when somebody dies, when it's a family reunion, when people need pictures for birthdays, they call in Carmi, because I got it all. That's just my personality type. So I would say content has to be a part of your life. So if you're somebody like, well, I don't know where to start, or I don't know how to start, adopt content into your everyday life. Like, adopt it into your life. You don't have to reinvent the wheel or do anything, different. Just really take us along with your life and your journey. I think what we've seen from Risa Tisa the most, or Risa Tessa, I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong, is that you just need to tell your story. That's what you really need to do. Don't come in this industry, especially as a nano creator, worrying about the dollars. Don't even come worrying about the metrics, because a lot of times it takes the algorithm, and even not even just the algorithm, it takes your community a minute to get on board with what it is that you're doing. When I started baby posing with Nivea bottles, I say this all the time. People was like, now people supported me because I let them know, like, hey, this is what I'm about to do. But there still was some crickets like, what does she think she doing? Like, what do you think this is? So I just say that to say, you have to build community. You have to let people know what it is that you're doing on this platform. You have to start with the end in mind. Don't think that, I can just start, I can just have, no, like I have my iPhone right now, but I make sure I have a nice background. I make sure I look presentable. Like, that's starting with the end in mind, because this video can it can live longer than me. And I'm not going to be ashamed when I look back like, I could have did more. Really put your all into it. If this is something that you want to do as a career, put your all into it, y'all. But do not think for 1 minute, just because you have less followers, that you aren't going to reap results, because that's not it. Look at other items. Like, am I not being consistent? Am I not showing up for my community? Am I not engaging? Am I not having quality content? Like, is it clear what it is that I do? Think about those things before you think about the numbers, because in this day and time, it's not all about the numbers, y'all. It's really not. It's about that connectivity, and you want to be able to make impact on your platform. So if you're a nano creator, take it from me, a fellow nano creator who, as I said, have landed 4 or 5 figure partnerships, worked with brands, gone on a brand trip, all of those things. And it hasn't been just because, I'm an anomaly. Like, it'll just happen for her, not me. No, you have to put the work in, and you have to truly believe in your craft and show up as your favorite creator. I always say, you always are like overconsumed with your favorite creator, but start creating like them. That's what I did. I started following my favorite creators. I'm like, okay, this is okay. They're doing this. Okay, I can implement this and add my own twist on it. So originality is key. Authenticity is key. Building community is key. Starting with the end in mind is key. And just overall enjoying it. Like, I think a lot of times we take that for granted. Like, I love to create content. So aside from metrics, though, of course, the goal is we want to grow, right? But aside from that, I actually like doing this. I like getting cute, getting on camera, letting the folks know what's up. So I just hope this video was encouraging to a nano creator, a smaller creator, anybody wondering, like, can I see results in this space? I hope that these, tactics were helpful for you, and I hope that you find this video valuable. Again, I'm Carmi B. Smith, head of the Carmi B TV committee, and this is my side of the tube of you where I share a little of my life a lot of the time. Y'all, my dog is trying to bite me. I would love it if you guys subscribe. Like, if you watch this entire video and you aren't already subscribed, I'm your girl. You feeling the vibes. I'm feeling the vibes with you too, even through the screen. Let me know down low if you're a new subscriber. I would love to introduce myself to you and just welcome you to the family. If you've been here, you already know what to do. Comment below. Let me know you were tuning in. And I will see you guys on the next video. Love y'all, and you can do this.